Let's talk about the King's speech. All right. So, what did you make of it? What was your take?
Merry Christmas, Nana.
Merry
It was
Christmas.
interesting because obviously it's the first time we've had a king actually do a televised Christmas speech. So that's obviously quite a historical moment. But it was quite significant because he, as well as all the traditional parts that forms a Christmas speech, he reflected on his late mother, which I think at this time of the year, a lot of people that have lost loved ones, this is, even though it's a happy day, it can also be a bit of a sad day. And I thought it was quite nice that he started off by talking about his late mother and late father and doing it from St George's Chapel where they're laid to rest. And oddly enough, the late Queen, did a Christmas speech from there herself back in 1999. So there was lots of little special moments, I think, in the speech for him and the family.
Yeah, it was lovely, wasn't it? I mean, it's so lovely to hear him talk. And I think I think he wrote that. I mean, do you think he wrote it himself? Because sometimes they get a lot of help, but this felt
does.
like, yeah.
Yeah, they do their own speech. I mean, of course, there's always assistance and guidance because there's so many things that they talk about. But it was interesting when he talked about with Christmas being a time for faith, whether you're religious or not. He obviously made reference to that. And what I remember of him, of the King, is he's somebody that is he respects all faiths. In fact, I'm sure, Nana, you know, at Highgrove there's a little church in the grounds, and regardless of faith, whatever faith you might be, you can worship there. And he actually made that possible. So it doesn't matter who is visiting him, if he wishes to take them, regardless of their faith, they can actually go there and worship, which is, it kind of sums him up, you know, as somebody that's a very modern monarch.
He is, and obviously his approach to the whole multi kind of faith approach, which, I mean, some would say, I mean, initially we spoke to Gavin Assington and he said that would actually be the undoing of the monarchy, the fact that it's sort of a multicultural, multi-faith approach. Do you think that there's any truth in that, or do you think the monarchy kind of needs to evolve and go with the times and start to...
I think the monarchy has to. I mean, Nana, you know, I'm a lover of the Royal Family. I'm lucky enough to work for them, but I also love the Royal Family, and I think it's important that they are seen to modernise. I mean, the reality is the country that he is king of is a very different country to the one that his mother 70 years took on, and he's got to show that and reflect that in everything he says and does. And I think that's what will survive monarchy. That's why it will survive, because of those. The Royal Family have got to show that they're a modern family, and I think that is what they're doing, and it's important that they do that going forward.